Hello, everybody. This is George, and I wanted to jump in and talk to you about the market today and about our trading and how we did and what's going on with the market. Exciting times and very interesting times as well. So let's take a look. The market is still going running right now, and we are coming into. We keep oscillating around the Globex in Nasdaq 100, and Nasdaq actually made an all-time high. I mean, if you believe that. Yes, it is true. All-time high. So let's take a quick look at the daily chart, and then I'll show you my trades for the day, and we could go from there. And where is the daily? Here you go. Take that out. And off we go. All right. So if you see the screen, the daily, we have a V-shaped recovery that the market put together. And we came in and briefly broke above 9,700 into the 40 area, actually almost to the 50 area. 40, I think 40, let's go back to that level, yeah, 47. We got as far as 47 and a quarter. So the market made an all-time high, but it tagged it, reached out one more time before the price collapsed and the sellers started to pile on. And that's just a typical fake out of showing a breakout, then phasing it. That doesn't mean that the buyers are not going to step back in toward the end of the day, but definitely that type of behavior was predictable in our morning session. We talked about that fairly quickly. Now let's assume two scenarios here. One of them is the market closes at the lows of today. Or make more lows as we approach the end of the day and close there, then you're getting a pattern of at least 2 to 3 day sell-off that could take you down to the 9,400. If today we close even or flip around and go closer to 9,700 and close there, then there's more momentum in the market that will take you above the breakout pattern, which is 97.31. So we need to watch for that. So how the market closes today is going to actually be very instrumental in how we were going to conduct ourselves into tomorrow. If we close toward the lows of today, I'll be more inclined to go short than long into tomorrow's session. Okay, so that's the overall look at NQ. Now let's take a look at the actual trades we took today. And here it comes. So initially what we looked for that first half an hour of the day to kind of show its hand, then start looking at price action that makes sense to us. So right off the bat at 8:30, the market put an inception trade. We talked about that in the room. All right, guys, this is an inception trade. If you're seeing that, take advantage of it. I decided to step away from it because I wanted to see the full range of the first half an hour and trade and trade against it. So we saw that. I mean, a couple of guys in the room actually took advantage of that inception trade with an entry around the 96.80, and then the market ran, and around 9 o'clock, the market put together a reversal pattern. And whenever you see a one candle reversal overturned, then the second one comes in shortly after that. Whenever you see that type of behavior, it's good for a quick reversal. So we took an entry of a short around 31.75 and immediately got filled target. And I knew that was going to be a scalp trade coming into it. So that was that initial trade right here. So let's do this. Give me a second. So we don't have to keep flipping around. So that's trade number one. And we made $109 on 3 contracts. And it took us what is that, 89, 7 seconds on that one. Yeah, it happened fairly quickly. So that was trade number one. The market is in a channel 1 and channel 2 on the upside. So the first test of the middle of the range, the market has the capacity to produce noise, which is an area where price action is undetermined, and it's making a range that fluctuates within. And within that range, we know what to do. So we looked at an entry point, we got it, and within, actually this one took a little bit longer, about 30 seconds, and we ended up being profitable. We took a bit of a pullback here. The market came up to the middle of the range and ran back up. So we made money on that one and fairly quickly. Done. Now here on this, we saw a captain set up short. So the market shifted from being a positive market to a negative market, and it produced a signal short, which is a captain setup. I immediately got in with 3 contracts on that inception trade. And fairly quickly, I got rewarded, but I wasn't looking for 2 points on that. These are trades where it can develop into a swing trade throughout the day, and they're a lot more lucrative than just as far as points. So I got into 3, and the market fluctuated. I decided to take some of the risk off, and I took 2 off, and I was looking for a break below the 97.10. Market didn't do it. So I ended up taking on that last contract for a profit, a small profit. We ended up $29 after commission. That's fine. Market ran up. I left that alone, even though it gave me an actual opportunity for a scalp, but we left that alone. Then a better opportunity presented itself. And that one is on 5 contracts. The market ran up into that resistance area, and I immediately got in and immediately got my 2 points in less than 6 seconds. It was 6 seconds in and out, and we made $200 on that, minus commission 182. Now, what did the market do in this situation? It did actually something very unique. One of them is a captain setup. Not unique in the fact that you see this behavior often, but unique in the fact that it did it all in that location, and it was significant. And got that one candle reversal right here. It triggered an inception trade, meaning the market just shifted from positive to negative and rallied into the middle of the range where there's a lot of noise. And that noise ended up materializing into a pressure on the short side. Market closed that candle lower, and that qualifies for an inception trade. So that's the first event. Second event. So I got in with 1 contract around, I think, let me see here. I think that's around 14, 13 and a half, 14. So I got into the first contract. Then the market put together a captain setup short. So that is a very powerful signal on the short side. So I added 1 more. The market ran up to the middle of the range, gave me an opportunity to add 1 more contract, and I did. My stop was anywhere above 97.25 because that would have broken the cloud, and it broke the most recent, obviously the most recent high and the high before that. So that's plenty of resistance area for the price to actually react to it. And if it's going to work, it's going to have to work out immediately. It took some time. It really did take some time, but I was patient with that trade in the room and gave it enough time, and boom, we hit target number 1 around 97.03, and that was a 10 point on 2 contracts. And my plan was to leave 1 contract for bigger targets, target number 2, target number 3. And I saw that break below 96.95, which is under 9700. The typical reaction in price action is they break it close to that 95 and bounce right back, trying to shake some of the shorts out. So ahead of that, I decided to take my 1 contract off, and ended up scoring $734.20 on these 3 contracts, and ended up being up around $1,163. Now, what happened after that? A massive move lower below Globex. Every attempt to stop it failed into these ranges, and that's what the market ended up doing. And then European market close came in with a captain set up long, and price ran up. Give you another captain set up long here. It fizzled out into the price action that you see here. But while that was happening, the market pulled up one more time to my noise area and got in, got out for 2 points on a scalping decision. And that was the last trade that we've done for $109. So we're up 12.73 for the day on fairly tight trading, and for the week, we're doing fairly well as well. On a very disciplined, focused trading, we're up about 2,747 on 18 decisions, and we're about 100%, 18 decisions, and cumulative factor of 99. So good trading, disciplined trading, and I'm focused on true quality decisions. One of them is the inception trade, and I'm starting small with 1 and 2 contracts and adding to them as the trade progress, and taking profits along the way. Then the second decision is the scalping, and there's a specific way to get into these trades to give you the highest quality potential for it to work out. And that's what pretty much is leading us to doing fairly well in this environment. And we're not sticking around in a lot of these trades just because we are at the top end of the range in NASDAQ. So I'm taking more of a scalping opportunities, and my inception trades are 10 to 20 points. And as the range expands, then I'm going to have to adjust it to look for more target and more momentum in the inception trades. So what are we looking for tomorrow? I mean, we talked about that kind of early on in this video, and we're looking for, depending on how the market closes today, is going to shape our perception into tomorrow. If we close at the lows, then I'm going to be more short than long into tomorrow price action. If we close anything close to 9,700, then the capacity of this market to run through the shorts and scare them off of this market is going to be very powerful. Okay, and that's kind of basically the mode of operation for tomorrow. And that's it for me for today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let us know, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good one.